Hello, hello, hello. This is part two um, of our young man, our brother named Nolan Wells after his burial. Um, now that Nolan Wells has been laid to rest, I wanted to revisit the reading I shared previously. First, I want to extend my condolences to everyone who loved him, no matter the circumstances. And losing someone is never easy, and my heart goes out to him, his family, and his friends. And I've always, or as always, this readers for spiritual reflection, entertainment. It is not intended to replace the facts, the evidence of any official investigation. When I connect with the energy surrounding the situation, I feel strong messages um, of transition and peace. The energy feels calmer than before, which, yeah, it does. It feels way calmer. He feels way calmer than before. I'm recording this at 4 in the morning, um, as if this is the final sense of rest after so much emotion and uncertainty. I know a lot of people are tugging on his energy, tugging on this, trying to figure out. I'm just not that type of person. Um, I also want to continue to the sense theme of the truth, healing, and unanswered questions, whether those answers come through official channels um, or simply with time. I believe clarity has a way of revealing itself. One message stands out: importance of unity. This feels like a reminder for loved ones to support one another and honor Nolan's memory by keeping love at the center, because that's who he was. I get it. A lot of people are talking, oh, he's angry. He's not. He was never that type of person. He was a sweet boy. If you pinched him, he'll say it's okay, no problem. He was that type of young man. He was never a harsh uh, um, young man. He was very gentle, very sweet, very understanding, very um, it's okay. If you did something wrong to him, it's okay. He still love you the same, and I want people to keep that in mind and keep love at the center of this situation. If you've been following this story, I love to know your thoughts. Please remember to keep the comments respectful. This is about honoring a life, not spreading hate or misinformation. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. And now that Nolan Wells, he's been laid, this reading is about spiritual reflection and entertainment, like I said. And let's get to it. So I pulled from um, my supernatural deck. Um, the Winchester deck, of course. Let me show you. I pulled from this deck. This is my Winchester deck. I pulled some cards already. Um, and these are the cards that I got and the messages that I got. Um, so I got the Knight of Goblets, the Two of Goblets, which is the cups in regular tarot. This is the Seven of Coins, as they say. The Empress, and then I got the Lovers. I got the Page of Blades, the Two of Blades, the Tower, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Pentagrams, as they say. Not pentacles, they call them pentagrams in this. it's really just coins. So what I picked up from this reading so far, or the spread so far, we all know who this is. That's the judge. Um, this is a really, really, really unfortunate event. And with the Two of Blades, some type of conviction, um, and someone's moral compass will be coming out about the situation. Yes, the tower is in reverse. They tried to reverse this situation, but the tower had already came down. Of course, we know who this is. It's like the Grand Reaper of this situation, and there was, no turning back in this situation. I feel like this is Nolan. These are two friends who agreed to have this situation done. And it's like all of them, but these are the main two culprits. Or you can look at it as like, them toasting that day about that situation. Make, how they's like, okay, cheers to that, you know what I mean? As far as the Hierophant, I feel like this is the hierarchy of the situation that probably will only trying to benefit them in this situation. It was a girl. There was a girl. Because the Lovers Club came out. There was a female in this situation. And with the Empress card, I feel like this the judge. Something is not going to go well for these three people because this is in reverse. I think this is like an upper echelon type of guy. He has a lot of money. He probably has a tattoo of a cross on his hand. And as far as like I said, this is a friendship. This is a friendship with these two. So yeah, this is what I got. I feel like this is Nolan. That cheering and drinking at night. He still had his guard up though, because you see him. He has his hand on the blade. What else do I see? I don't like to really look at what's going on social media because everybody has their own narrative out there about what happened. And I'm not just gonna go off of that. The Two of Blades, conviction, like I said, moral compass. And somebody in that group is going to stay true to themselves and tell the truth. Like I said, this night here, he, like I said, he had a nurturing energy. He was very close connection with others, whether they are friends, family, a romantic partner. He let people get close to him. He cared about people a lot and he appreciated them. That's why I said this was Nolan. Because that's the energy I get from him. Whoever this is, whoever these two are, they made that deal. They know, this guy knows, this is the judge, this is the girl that was with him or that liked him or he found interest in her that night. I don't feel like it was a relationship. And this page of this page of blades. This page of blades is about, I don't know if someone's seen this, you know, or if this is like someone that knew about his talents, recognized his skills, his talent, and or he helped them or guided them in some type of situation. This could be the friend that him and Nolan was friends. This could be a friend of Nolan's, this young man. Let's see what else I get. I am going to pull some more cards. Let's see. This is the Knight of. How did I get this one? The Knight of Pentagrams. And in this deck, this is Zazel. Whoever this is, this guy, he has big dreams, and he feel like this older gentleman here will help him with those dreams. Okay, let's pull a couple more, and then we're gonna end it. Oh, this popped out. The Ace of Pentagrams, yeah. I feel like Nolan would have been professional. He would have gone pro. He looked like a professional football player. He would have gone pro. Queen of Bones. And the Magician in reverse. Yeah, this is not going to go well for these people. The Queen of Bones came out. And the Ace of Pentacles came out. So that's the Queen of Bones. It came in reverse, and these cards do come in reverse. They are feeling very uninspired, and it's whoever this young lady is. She is like really in her feelings. It could have been two young ladies. It's like, I don't know if they sisters or friends. This young lady and this young lady. But one of them do have dark hair, blonde hair, just like this one up here. That blonde hair could be the same people here. You see, and maybe she was trying to stop it, or maybe they drug her off. But these people do have a lot of money. And then the Magician came in reverse too. The Eight of Blades. I don't feel like none of them had any weapons. But she is looking, you see how half her face is, she could have been there. Half her face is like dark and the other is light. She could have been there when this happened, this young lady. is a very sad situation. Um, she thought that with this Eight of Blades, she feel powerless. She feel victimized. A lot of control over the situation. She don't have a lot of control over this situation. She's trying to accept the responsibility for her own fate, and she's trying to free herself. So a lot of females, because they feel like he was a really good guy. He was a really good guy. And I tried to wait as long as I could, but I guess tonight was the night. So we'll do a little reflection. Whoever this is, with this Ace of Pentagrams, I feel like these two are connected. Let's move these out the way. With the Ace of Pentagrams and the Knight of Pentagrams, they do have a lot of money. They made the deal. The Grand Reaper came. It was on Nolan. The Magician, they're trying to use their money to get rid of the situation. The female is wanting to take responsibility for it. Someone tried to stop her. Okay, Roscoe, it's the cat. The tower came down. They tried to fix it, but it came down. This guy has a lot of money. It was about a girl. She was there with him. That's the judge. It's a friend that Nolan helped out in a certain situation. And the Two of Blades. All right, that concludes this reading. Bye.